You also talk about the perfect mom paradox. Can you explain what you mean by that and what we can do about it?
So when we first become mothers, our expectations are extraordinarily high. So I'm going to make my own baby food, cloth diapers only. I mean, it's the expectations are ridiculous. Luckily, over time, those expectations come down. And most of us would say if our children are alive at the end of the day, that we're putting that in the win column. But at the same time, when you first start out, your experience is zero, right? You've never done it before. And then luckily, over time, your experience increases. But the gap between expectations and experience is a pretty painful place to be. So if your expectations are very high and your experience is very low, then that's going to cause you to suffer. That's going to cause you to yell at yourself. And what's important to know about the perfect mom paradox is that it comes back over and over and over again with every new stage of motherhood. So you might figure out how to be the mother of toddlers, and then you have teenagers, and those two life stages have zero in common. And you're a rookie again. And then maybe your adult children are experiencing infertility or divorce. And so what I like to say is once a first time mom, always a first time mom. So what you can do about it is stop expecting to have every life stage of motherhood figured out when you've never done it before. So I'm a mother to two teenagers right now, and it's really quite hard. And I have to keep reminding myself that I'm a rookie and I've never done it before. So yes, I've been a mother for 15 years, but I've been the mother to a 15-year-old for a matter of days. And that perspective can help you have some grace with yourself, some self-compassion.
I love that. The thought that you're always a rookie. I mean, I just actually had this conversation in a session last night. I find myself having that conversation when kids either go off to college or they become young adults. I find that to be a big time of like, so are we going to be friends now? Like, what do we do? Right? Because they come home from college and then it's like, well, I was just living the life, whatever I wanted to do. Now you're going to tell me I have a curfew and I have to do chores and and so I watch parents really trying to figure this out. Like, how do we become in relationship with one another? Okay, you want to be treated like an adult. Well, then I shouldn't have to tell you to clean up after yourself and so it's interesting. And you're right. I think once you master one age, there's a new stage. I always just say there's seasons and reasons and ages and stages. And yeah, if we can go into it with the notion that I'm never going to master this thing. This is a lifelong work in progress. I think it's a great mindset.
Yeah, and you're never going to master it. And even if you get it under control, it's going to change in the next life stage. And so then it's like you're starting back at, ground zero again, which it just is the way it works. There's nothing wrong with you if you feel lost or overwhelmed at every new stage because you've never done it before. Of course, you would be overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that message we can't hear enough. You're not supposed to be this master. And it's interesting because as you said it, I thought about how much people don't generally like change. And that's all parenting is a constant change cycle.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
if you have multiple children, like they're very different. I mean, it's not like one size fits all. I mean, even if they're the same gender, it's kids are very, very different. So that's something that's new and different that I don't think is talked about enough.
yeah, I agree with you.